Good morning. I have Joe Worrell with me today, and as you know, he is the city emergency man, and you know I never know your complete... What's your title? You have to tell me every time.
City Emergency Management Director.
Well, I kind of came close to it this time. But I wanted Joe to give us a little wrap-up of what we've been experiencing these last few days because he has been hands-on. I've been in the house listening to him on the scanner, so I don't really know exactly what happened. But tell us when y'all realized it was coming in, were you able to do anything?
Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock we had a briefing at the police department. It was a weather briefing with National Weather Service. Mm-hmm. And we do those when we know we have a major event coming in.
Right.
So we did our briefing and we started making our plan to at least get our bridges in the city taken care of, mm-hmm. which was 5th Avenue and Walmart. Those are our two major ones we try to take care of, make sure they don't get ice.
Which is 5th Avenue?
The one behind the football field over
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
So those were the plans we made for that. Then we were looking at manpower, whether we were going to be able to get people to come in and work or fill in. So we got started with our plan. Well, then when the snow came in early Tuesday morning, I had at 4 o'clock, another briefing at 4 o'clock. I got up at 3:30 and it was already sleeting, which it came in earlier than they expected. Then mm-hmm. it moved further north than what they expected. And so the sleet started coming in. We had our first wreck at 5:30. And it was a minor wreck out on the overpass. So we contacted MDOT to come in to at least ice the top or put salt on the top of the bridge and slag it, whatever we could do. And they came about 3 hours later and got that. So we had quite a bit of sleet come down before the snow hit. Mm-hmm. And then the snow came in. It snowed for about 4 or 5 hours, which we were riding the main track for where the cold weather was and the precipitation moved through.
I don't think I've ever seen that much snow, that long of a period of snow. It was beautiful if you were inside.
It was. It was lovely. When the snow stopped about 3 o'clock that afternoon, and it's the first time I've ever seen it happen, but just as soon as the snow stopped, everything froze. Highways and so because all the moisture on the roads. And it was between a half, 3/4 of an inch in some areas. So at that time we started seeing problems on the overpass.
Are your main problems with passenger cars or for 18-wheelers?
18-wheelers are our biggest ones we have to worry about because on ice they can jackknife pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And we had several that started to. We got some of them straightened out before it got too bad. We didn't have any major problems. Mm-hmm. And it actually went pretty good. It may have sounded pretty crazy on the radio on our radios, but all in all, we didn't have any major issues. It was just a matter of trying to get them going. So it got overwhelming for me and the police officers. So we called in the fire department to mm-hmm. help them, have them come out and help direct and get drivers at least on some of the side roads around the overpass. Mm-hmm. So while all that's going on, and I appreciate the fire department did a phenomenal job, and I appreciate what they did. And the fire and the police department, they nonstop.
Well, and even the dispatcher, because I mean, y'all had some goings on.
Everybody pitched in, and they did a phenomenal job, and I'm very proud of what they did. So what we ended up trying to accomplish was we opened up 149 at Legion Lake to try to get people to divert off of it, and then it started icing over a little bit, so some of the trucks were having a problem getting up the little hill there. Mm-hmm. They eventually got worked out. Some traffic moved through there, like small vehicles, mm-hmm. didn't have a problem. So probably about 8 o'clock, we started getting them from South Fork to the overpass. We tried to get those out of that curve because they were jackknifing and just sliding off. Mm-hmm. So Lane Steele and Chris Tuggle, Chris went and got the tractor that Lane's got, and they started pushing those 18-wheelers to whether we could get them out of that area, at least get that area cleaned up, and we stopped everybody at South Fork. But we cleaned everything up from there. We had one truck we couldn't get off the overpass. He was just stuck there. Yeah, he was there. He was there from 4 o'clock Tuesday till yesterday morning.
Gracious me,
gracious me. MDOT came in yesterday. They brought in crews out of Tupelo with some spreaders and road plows, and That's the first time we've ever seen road plows in Simpson County.
I hope you made me a picture.
Well, I didn't. I was too busy doing other stuff. I didn't. I got one picture of a Mexican snowman they built over around my house. So that's about all I've got. And I didn't have time to take pictures of anything out there.
I'm sure.
But it was the first time I've seen it that bad here, and it's amazing. We've talked several times that it's amazing what you see in a short amount of time over the last few years.
It is.
The things we've gone through.
It really is.
So.
And I do appreciate our policemen, all of our emergency personnel, our fire department, the volunteers with them, and our dispatchers. I think if you could, because I could hear it on the scanner, the working together was amazing. And AMR worked well, and it was something. And I don't know that we'll ever see this again for a long, many years, maybe.
I hope not.
So I hope you were safe and you're warm and everything's thawing out today, so that still means you need to be careful and be aware of icy patches.